So it's interesting how different people's minds works and how they're able to articulate what's going on in their mind. So yesterday I was listening to an interview with, oh boy, I forget the guy with a kind of a funny name who is like part owner of the Houston Rockets or something like that. Very driven guy, obviously, and has got amassed an empire, and and he was on, I think it was Tom Bilyeu's show. And so Tom is trying to tease out from him, the different elements of what it takes to be successful on this gentleman's level. And his answers were not necessarily that satisfying. That to someone who wanted some really like intellectual meat to chew on, if you will. And it is interesting. Some people, and I notice this especially in the business world, it's probably in other disciplines as well. Some people are really good at doing a thing, but not good at explaining how they do the thing. And this may be for several reasons. One is they may not even know how they do the thing or what the secret sauce is compared to other people. It may also be that they believe that you just have it or you don't. And so, because they believe they have it, they don't really worry too much about the actual technique of it, if you will. Um, or, maybe something else that I'm missing, in the case of this owner of the Houston Rockets, I think he brings a lot of drive. I think he brings an amazing attitude, an amazing ability to build culture and team. I think. Now I'm sure not without its pitfalls, but very high standards. I think that he holds people to, and and cares a lot. Right, has the energy to go for it, and so it may not be. Listening to him, it's kind of hard to know. Like, is he actually a really smart guy, but he's just been at it for so long that he can't really articulate all the different skills that he has? Or is he not really that brilliant? Um, he just has the drive, the energy, and the basic people skills to, he just cares enough, to really make this thing go. Um, it's interesting, and like I've said before, I don't think there's one way to succeed in business, if you will. I think there's multiple ways to succeed. I think some people who have more of a thoughtful, intellectual approach can succeed. There are introverts who succeed. There are extroverts who succeed. There are people who do things very instinctually and like um, whatever just feels right, they do it. There's people who think about things from a very reasoned perspective. And I think it's possible for any and all of them to be successful. What's even probably, you could argue, is more possible is for them to fail as well. And the, however, when it comes to succeeding and failing in business, if you hit nine strikes, but you get one hit, or if you have nine strikes, but you have one hit, and the hit is a home run. Basically, everybody pretty much forgets about the nine strikes, right? So that's the amazing thing about business, is that the failure probability on new business is pretty high, um, but the potential for but if you fail the right way, if you fail in certain ways, you can have the opportunity to try again. And so your ultimate opportunity for your potential for success, if you keep going, is actually potentially pretty high, because you get multiple opportunities, right? Because a loss is not fatal. A business fail does not mean you're a failure as a business person. It means that idea didn't work, or you didn't have the skills to execute it, or the capital, or whatever. So anyway, we started back on this idea of we started the video on this idea of some people being really good at something but not being able to explain it, and or not being sure how to explain it, And so, or just not being able to provide the detail maybe in the answer that sometimes interviewers are looking for. So I just find it interesting how different people are, how it's possible to be successful in different ways, and how there's such a spectrum of thoughtful, organized thinkers and driven doers.